Next, I'd like to show you how to add some really fun exterior features to the facade of your building. Things like text and maybe different materials. You can see there's two different types of materials that are used on this. So let's go into Handy Apps. And into Handy Apps, you can see if this is the front of my building, then maybe I want to change the materials on this upper edge right here and put the name of the building on there. So if I'm going to do that, then I first need to know which side of the building that I need to actually add the text, and that looks like that's the east side if you look up here. So I'm going to be adding it on the east side, but I'm going to add that upper brick level there. So I want it to be from the top all the way kind of down. I'm not going to be able to see it if I draw it in the level 1 view, so I'm actually going to go to the roof view to do this, and it's going to be on this edge. Then I go into architecture, wall, and what you want to do is pick just sort of a generic wall. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to pick a generic 5, edit this, duplicate it, and I'm going to call this 1 inch stone because I want to put a stone facade on the top edge of my building. So I've named it that. Now I need to create it. So we're going to edit the structure, make this 1 inch, go to my material, and I'm going to pick stone. And looks like it's not preloaded up here, so I'm gonna have to go down here. And let's see, I have stone right here. There's a lot of different materials you can use. Then you can sort of look at the 3D view of what that looks like. So I'm gonna pick that one, click OK. You can use whatever material you want that gives you the look that you're going for. So even if it's like a wavy type exterior, you might have to choose something like fabric. It's okay. Obviously, you're not going to put fabric on the outside of your building, but if it gives you the look that you're going for, this is all an architectural appearance. So we just want to get it sort of the look that we are intending. So I'm going to click on wall. Now I need to start this at level 1. I want my base offset. In my situation, I know my windows go up to 8 feet. So I'm going to start it at 9, and I'm going to have it go to all the way up to the parapet. So your constraints might be different, and you can play around with those at a later time. Go to location line, finish face, interior, and then we click from this top edge. And if we come down, then you can see that wall's on the outside edge of that. So notice I picked finish face interior. And if you do that, it will allow you to kind of do what you've been practicing, which is drawing in the counterclockwise orientation. So let's take a look at how that looks. There we go. Now, in previous conversations that I've had with classes, we talked about how Lafayette code at least says you can't end a facade on an edge. You have to actually wrap it around the corner. So if I were going to do that, then I can go back into my roof view. I can go to my wall and it's still preset, and I can go this corner and then I can do this. Remember, I'm always drawing, if it's finished face interior, then I'm drawing it in the clockwise orientation, and that should snap. It looks like that one didn't quite reach. There we go. We'll make sure that it's connected to that outside edge. Now I can look at this in 3D, and you can see I have walls that don't work. So let's check my constraints and look at that. It set it automatically to roof. So if that happens, you can just go through, fix those, and there we go. So I have my constraint set. That's how you can add sort of like a wrapping. You can do the same thing by just changing the material of the original structure. So if I want the original structure, if I edit this, again, this is the basic wall exterior brick on metal stud. That's what I chose for my main building. If I edit this brick and I make this brick something, a different material, I'm just going to say clad white. If I want it to just be a white material, and then I click OK, then it changes the entire building face. So again, you can change it to be whatever you want. Just kind of keep those things in mind. Now you are free to edit those to whatever appearances that you're going to look for. Now to add the text to this thing, if we go into architecture and we click model text, sometimes yours will not look like the same graphic, but it will say model text somewhere. And in order to place this on, we need to select a work plane. So I'm going to have to do this from the east edge right here. And so I'm going to go into my elevation view east. So I can see there's that face that I wanted to draw it. I'm into architecture, model text, and it says pick a plane. So you can either pick a plane or pick a line that was on the plane. I'm going to try to pick a plane and see if it will let me select this box. Oh, there it is. You can see that's just a line that makes me nervous. I'm going to try to get it so that it shows up as a box to show the entire face. And now I can choose this one, and I'm just going to call it Thomas Tacos because I made a little taco shop. And there we go. So I have Thomas Tacos. I'm going to put that right above the door, and I place that there. Now I go into 3D view, and you can see there it is. I have Thomas Tacos. And you can click on that. You can edit the type. You can change the text size of this thing if you want it to be a different size, a different font. If you're somebody who knows your fonts, I am not, then you can edit that. So, and it shows it to you in real time. Um, and so there, oh, there we go. I guess it's not quite real time. Drag that over. It's a lot easier to place this if you're in the elevation view, but that gives you kind of an idea of how you can change your facade and how you can add text to the exterior of your buildings. So go have fun.